What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Nintendo Guru YouTube channel. Around here, we talk Nintendo news and whatever, but if you're new here, listen, this is what we do. Once a week, we do a new YouTube video. We put it up, basically, so you guys can enjoy, hopefully, and all that good stuff. But also, we stream over on Twitch Monday through Thursday, each night starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you like what we're doing, hop over there and join the community and play some video games. I mean, that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? And playing video games, I think. I don't know. So here's the thing, right? I haven't done videos in a while, right? It's been a little bit, so I basically wanted to go and do a video based on probably 5 things, right? We have 5. I'm looking at the list. There's 5 things. 5 things that I'm hoping that Nintendo does in 2020. So here we go. I think a lot of us are very excited for some things that we know are coming in 2020, but I think there's such a wide opening for things that could happen in 2020, and I don't know whether or not Nintendo's going to do certain things, but I'm hoping they do certain things. And I think the first step is very simple, for me anyway, is, man, I want finally to have my hands on a Switch Pro. I want something that is more powerful, more beautiful, something that will basically wow me. I want a slight iteration, a slight upgrade on the current Switch. Don't get me wrong, I love this thing. I think this Switch is fantastic. I am a huge fan of what the Switch does, everything about it. But let's be honest, this thing is not the greatest thing to hold in handheld mode. They did some good work with the Switch Lite, but this Switch in particular, the one that's here docked, I don't need it to be able to play in handheld mode. Like, I have my Switch for handheld. I need something with some balls to her, right? I need something that is stronger, faster, more capable, like the $6 million man.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Yeah, we're gonna make you stronger and all that. So, do that. Do that with the Switch. And I feel like the Switch Pro is definitely the option that Nintendo needs to go. And I feel like with Sony and Xbox coming in and going hey, here we go. Here's our next console, and it going to be more powerful. We can't lose the third parties, and we can't leave the third parties behind. I feel like Nintendo needs to step in, give the third parties something a little bit more juice under the hood. Now, mind you, I'm not saying I want it to definitely happen in 2020, but at least if they announce that it is coming by 2021, I will be happy. But ultimately, I want some sort of announcement of a Switch Pro, and that's where I'm at. So the next thing on my list is, and this is a culmination of one of 4 things that I'm looking for, game. I mean, that's what the Switch is all about, right? That's what Nintendo is all about. The games, the best games in all the land, and all that good stuff. But I feel like for me, one of 4 games, if it gets announced, if it comes this year, I will be extremely happy. Number 1, Pikmin 4. Number 2, Breath of the Wild 2. Number 3, Splatoon 3. And number 4, Mario Kart 9. Now, I know you're sitting here and you're going to be like, there's no way we're getting a Mario Kart 9. There's no way we're getting Splatoon 3. You're probably thinking we're not getting Pikmin 4. And you're probably thinking Breath of the Wild may land at the end of 2020. Maybe 2021. But let's look at this and let's break this down real quickly, right? So Pikmin 4 was supposed to have been done. Miyamoto announced that it was done, basically ready to go, ready to ship, and then they put a pin in it and launched the Switch and put it on hold. I would love to see Pikmin 4 finally come out, maybe with a Pikmin trilogy that comes along with it, a prequel of sorts, to kind of get people ready for Pikmin 4. So start the year off with Pikmin trilogy, end the year with Pikmin 4. I'd be happy with that. That said, Breath of the Wild 2, I feel like if you're going to compete against new consoles, you need to hit people in the gut with something powerful and amazing, and I feel like Breath of the Wild 2 is that franchise, that game that will flip the world on its ear yet again and do it. And I'm just hoping that this game is far enough along developed to ready to go that we do get this. It would be fantastic if they were able to just pull a rabbit out of the hat and go, here it is, this is what you've been waiting for, go. We'll see. Splatoon 3, when you looked at the life cycle, the turnaround from Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 2, it was only a couple years, right? So Splatoon 2 is done. There is nothing new. They're not bringing anything new. And honestly, when you go play that game anymore today, it feels like the community is starting to dwindle just a little bit. It takes a little bit longer to get games and matches set up. Not a long time, but a little bit longer than what we're accustomed to at the launch of Switch. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the fact of there's no new gear, there's no new maps, there's no more Splatfests. I think Nintendo has kind of pulled the plug on Splatoon 2, and for me, if you're pulling the plug on Splatoon 2, there's an obvious reason behind it. There's no reason in the world to me that if this game is still going and you're still looking at this to be the franchise that it is, that you would just pull the plug and go no more updates. I think that when Nintendo pulls the plug on a game for no new updates, there's a reason behind it, and that reason is typically because the next game is coming right behind it. I believe that Splatoon 3 announcement gets done this year. I don't know if the game will be ready this year, but I think we hear something about it. And then to wrap it up with Mario Kart 9, Mario Kart 8 is so old. It was a Wii U game. It was one of the early games on the Wii U. They gave us Deluxe at the start of the Switch, and I feel like it's time now to give us an upgrade to the franchise, to the game. And I hope that this is it. And I hope that it's more along the line of Smash Ultimate, where they just give us everything. Just drop the deluge on us and go, here it is, go. That would be amazing. That's my hopes anyway. I feel like one of the biggest things that need to happen in 2020, and this has been something I've been talking about for a while now, but we need an eShop overhaul. We need it to be fluid and easier to find games that we're looking for. Also, allow companies and indie developers to not have to put their games on sale in order to get recognized. Give them a section, give a standout section, change up the way you do the store. I was a huge fan, I've been on record saying this, I was a huge fan of what the Wii U eShop brought to us. I wouldn't mind seeing Nintendo dip back into that world, go that route again, and go here we are, this is what we're doing. And we are going to keep the eShop very relative to what it was on the Wii U. I used to love that you log in and the theme and the music was based around the game of the month that was being, the franchise game of the month would get uplifted with some great music. It would be awesome to have that, to just have that going. It doesn't have to be crazy and wonky and a lot of parts running to it, but man, let's just take what you have, take the shell, dress it up a little bit, and make it better. That's what I would hope for. So we'll see. The next thing that I want is I'm hoping that we finally get some sort of change with the Switch OS. I want themes. I want whatever. Folders. Give me something that basically just dresses up the Switch. It is very plain, very bland. And I understand why Nintendo brought that out that way to start with. For those that can remember, the Wii U was so inundated and so long it took to get into games and play games and enjoy games that the whole idea of a console made no sense because you weren't playing games. You were more going through the menus and getting to where you needed to get to than playing games. And I would love to see Nintendo just add a little something to it. Just dress it up a little bit. Give me folders so I can go, here's all my Nintendo first-party games. Here's all my Image and Form games. Here's all my third-party games. Here's my indie games. Whatever it might be, however it is. Give me folders where I can compartmentalize and organize and keep everything looking nice and fresh. Rather than the menu, and then I go into this long list of games that are all alphabetized, and I have to scroll through 100 and something plus games that I have, 200 games I think I have now, on the Switch itself. Make it better. Organize this thing better, and give me the ability to organize it the way I want it. And also give me the ability to dress it up and make it look the way I want it to look with themes. It'd be so amazing to have Breath of the Wild or Odyssey or whatever themes, Animal Crossing themes or whatever. That would be fantastic. Sign me up. And the last thing, of course, since we're talking about Animal Crossing a little bit in the last thing is, man, I want a special edition Switch for the Animal Crossing. Now, here's the thing. I'm a huge fan, have a huge love for what they did with the Switch Lite. And I have 4 Switch Lites on the back shelf right now. Love them all. Love each and every single one of them like they're one of my kids. And I take them at night and I coddle them and I rock them to sleep. All right, maybe not. But I don't want a Switch Lite edition of Animal Crossing, and I feel and I fear that that is what Nintendo will do, mainly because of a couple of reasons. Animal Crossing has always been heavily geared and had a lot of female players. That's number one. Number two, the sales that Nintendo is seeing with the Switch Lite is heavily owned by women. A lot more women own a Switch Lite than men. So you take these two things and you throw them together, and to me it tells me we're probably going to get a special edition Switch Lite. But for me, I feel like hold the presses, don't push forward with that. Give me a full-on. I want beautiful Joy-Cons. I want the back faceplate to have something. I want the dock to have something. Like, I want them to go full bore, very similar to what they did with Dragon Quest and Smash. No, not Smash. Smash is horrible. But seriously, like, we could do something gorgeous with that thing. You know, you could have Tom Nook on the dock. You could have KK Slider on the dock. You could have Isabelle on the dock. Like, any one of those characters could highlight the dock. You have the Joy-Cons could have the characters in the bottom. Like, there's just so much that they could do with a full-blown Switch. But I will say this, any special edition that they give us, I will be ecstatic for. I will buy day one. I will own it. I just want a special edition Switch. I prefer the full-blown dock, but I'll take whatever they give me, and I'm hoping that's what we get this year. So I don't know. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching another video of mine. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please smash the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. But listen, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And just don't hit subscribe. Hit the bell. Smash that bell. Let people, let yourself know when a new video comes along. Even though I've already told you at the beginning, typically every Wednesday we'll have a new video for you. But that aside. And also, don't forget, head over to Twitch. We're streaming there every Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. to whenever, Eastern Standard Time. We start at 7 p.m. And you know, also follow me on Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus, because that's where I make a lot of announcements of what games we're playing and all that stuff. But come on over. Join the party. Join the fun. There we go. So that is all. Peace out, Preston.